Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news and now the news in details. King's man murder. Enugu communities order herdsmen to vacate their land. About 29 communities in Oji River local government area of Enugu state have issued court notice to Fulani herdsmen to vacate their land over alleged insistent criminal activities and attacks and destructions of farmlands in their area. Angry youths, led by the President General of the community, stormed the Enugu State Government House on Wednesday to register their protest following the gruesome murder of their 62-year-old kinsman, Mr. Hegwene Inobani, by suspected Fulani herdsmen who decapitated him and left his badly brutalized body right there on his farm at Isiokwe community. The protesters demanded the exit of the pastoralists from the area, insisting that their leaders of Oji River town had resolved to demand immediate evacuations of the herdsmen and their animals from their area. Orient Weekend gathered that the protesters, numbering over 100, displayed placards of various inscriptions like "Save us from herdsmen," "Fulani herdsmen," "Leave us alone, our lives are in danger, and they have finished us. Our people don't go to farm any longer," parade Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Nwangwu in order to pastoralists out of the area and save them from further bloody attacks from herdsmen and destructions of their farmlands. Spokesman of the protesting community and the coordinator of Hachi community, Ejike Ilo, who addressed the governor's representative, explained that the murder of the 62-year-old man in his farmlands on June 29, 2020 was a clear signal that the safety of their people was no longer guaranteed, as long as armed herdsmen continue to bestride the area and wreak havoc on their farmlands. "We were stunned with the reality of the murder of our brother, late Hegwene Inobani from Isweke Huku in Isweke, Anachi Autonomous Community, while farming to fend for his dependents as it is customary in Igbo land," he says, stressing that people of the area would no longer fold their hands and watch herdsmen killing their people. Ilo expressed regret that similar killings carried out by suspected herdsmen in the area about 2 years earlier, as well as attacks and rape of women in their farms in the area, had continued and remained unattended to, with nothing happening to the suspect. He then urged the state government to order the herdsmen to vacate their land. Governor Ifeanyi, in his response, appealed for calm from the residents of the community, urging them not to take laws into their hands, as his administration was doing everything possible to ensure that the perpetrators of the crime was arrested and brought to book. The governor, who spoke through his ADC, Mr. Peter, equally promised to award scholarship to the children of the deceased to caution the effect of the death of their breadwinner. The protesters equally appealed for the interventions of the leadership of Ohaneze Ndigbo in the alleged criminal activities of the suspected herdsmen in the area. This paper gathered that they actually assessed the President General of the Apex Sociocultural Organization, Chief Inaya Nwondo, in Enugu, and that the Igbo chieftain consoled them on the death of the deceased and implored them not to take laws into their hands. He urged them to allow the government and the security agencies handle the matter in accordance with the law. The leader of the Maheti Hala Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in the southeast, Alhaji Jidado Siddiq, described the call for exit of herdsmen from the area as irrational. The decisions they took in calling for Fulani herdsmen to leave their community is not the right one. The death of that man is not enough to take that decision unless they have other grudges with the Fulani. As far as I know, the Oji River local government's chairman has put in place mechanisms for peaceful coexistence of Fulani with the local community. They should have allowed the mechanisms on ground to deal with this and allow the police to conclude the investigations before embarking on the protest. When they said it's Fulani man, they have killed that person. It's not my own responsibility to say no or yes. It's the law enforcement agent that would investigate and say what happened. The Markman leader had, I am saying sorry for the family of the man killed and people of the area over the loss of their brother and father. I am equally appealing to the leaders of this community to reconsider their actions because it is not the right one. We have structure in place to work together to find out what actually happened to that man. He was killed inside the bush and nobody saw Fulani men there. They only suspected that it is Fulani that carried out the attack. Anyone could have committed such act, so it is not good to indict Fulani directly like that. Without clear evidence, I beg them to allow the government to address this matter. Wow. So guys, what is your own take about it? This is exactly what we are talking about. You can imagine hearing Gabasheo, the presidency, to be saying that the Fulanis are not terrorists. Looking at what's happened in Enugu State and other places. Killing people, killing innocent people everywhere. Is it that the government are happy about the incident? Trust me. And now Gabasheo is coming out to say that, these people are just criminals. They are not terrorists at all. You can still see an innocent man that was killed in Enugu community. And now this is actually prompting the governor to say that these herdsmen must evacuate their community. And what I can say to this is that actions need to be taken as soon as possible before these Fulani people finishes the whole community, the whole people in that community. Trust me, this one that they are saying that they should not take laws into their hands. Okay, let's say that they are not taking laws into their hands and the Fulanis are really dealing with them. Are they still going to keep quiet like that? And what I can say to this is that they need to take drastic action immediately. I'm telling you, because their tactics of taking over Igbo land is gradually taking place now. Because our governors, they failed to listen to Nnamdi Kanu. They failed to listen to people that can take actions. They are maiming, they are raping women and killings is to instill fears on the local populations. And the reason is that in order to abandon their farms, land, and bushes for them to occupy permanently, that is the reason why they are why the Fulanis are doing such terrible actions. And even to change the history of the community, that they were also there for centuries alongside the Igbos. And what I can say to this is that all communities must come together to form alliance to fight this Fulani. They should not wait for the federal government to do anything. Before now, federal government has not even taken action. Federal government, they see what is going on in the country, and yet they keep looking. So it's high time for all the community to come together and fight for themselves. If the fight against the Fulani is fought only by individuals, communities, they will all fall one by one unless they fight collectively. Because the Fulanis are more organized with support of their home government, harming them to go and take over people's land. They are of support, because if they are not of support, they will not be too adamant to stop their evil atrocity. They will not be too adamant. Trust me, this is getting too much, and this is getting unbearable anymore. All these things that the Fulani herdsmen are doing to our innocent people, it is getting too much, and actions need to be taken. And the only actions that need to be taken is for the community, for the people in that community to come together and come together as one. Even the governors, even the Igbo leaders should come together as one. The best thing is just for them to come together and fight this Fulani herdsmen. That is just the only solution. The fact is that the governors, the Igbo governors, are not ready to help matters at all. And it is high time for them to come together and fight these people. Because about 2 years ago, the terrorists, they carried out a terrible killings, which was acknowledged globally. Enugu people are displaying weaknesses that is emboldening and encouraging terrorists because the governor goofed when he appealed for order. He forgets that the Fulani terrorist group does not regard law or nor order. Enugu people must not die observing law and order. Youth and other people must take all actions that will secure their lives now, before it is too late. So guys, what do you think about this? What is your own take? Your comment is highly appreciated, and kindly drop your comment at the comment section below. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We'll say God bless you. If you're yet to do so, kindly press the subscription button below. And also please don't forget to press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will always be the first